Hello everyone. In this video, I will explain how can you compare objects of a Python class which you have already defined. So in this particular case, I am taking an example of employee class wherein we will try to compare salary of two employees. So let's get started by defining our employee class first. So we'll say class employee. And then we will use init to initialize or to define our two properties. So for that we can say def _init, and inside this we will say self, name and salary, because these are the only two properties which we are looking for. And then we can say self.name. You can define here name, and next is salary. So this is the initial thing which we have done. Now next we need to see what all type of comparisons we want to do. So the very first thing is equal. So whether the salary of two employees are equal or not. So for that we have to define our comparator, which is EQ, and you can see that both the sides of the EQ are having double underscores, and inside that you need to define self, which is the object itself, and then next parameter is to whom you want to compare with. So once this is done, we can simply say self dot, and we want to compare the salary, so we will just define here salary and we'll say compare with dot salary. So we are good with this equal comparison. Now let's say you want to compare less than, so similarly we will say LT. If you want greater than, you can write GT. If you want not equal, you can write NE. So all these 6-7 parameters or operators are already defined. So let's go ahead and say self, comma, compare with. And here also we need to do the similar thing. We will define our return statement, which will say less than, compare with dot salary. Okay, so we have defined these two. Let's go ahead with these two as of now. And next thing we need to do is we need to create our objects so that we can go ahead and compare them. So those objects, I will define it here. Let's call them emp1, which is for employee 1. And here we need to define, pass in two parameters. The first one is the name, so I can just provide some name, random name, and salary is 2000. Similarly, we'll define another employee, and let's name it as Nick, and salary is, let's say, 3200. So once these two are defined, next thing we need to do is we need to see how or whether this comparison is working or not. So we can say emp1 is less than emp2. Let's go ahead and try this out first, and you can see that the output is showing true. Similarly, if I'm saying equal, it should provide me false. So this is how it is working. Now what if I'm giving greater than? So here you can see that again it is defining as a false, because employee 1 is salary of employee 1 is not greater than employee 2. Okay, let's try greater than equal, and you can see that this time we got an error. It is saying that greater than equal is not supported between these two instances of employee. So what we can do here, one solution is to go ahead and define greater than equal in the similar fashion how we did for LT and EQ. But it's not a good idea, because if we are going with that way, we have to define all the operators greater than, less than, equals to, not equal to, greater than equal to, and less than equal to. So how can we get rid of this using just few lines of code? So the solution here is to use a decorator, and its name is total ordering, and this particular is defined in functools. So let me first define functools here. Functools import total ordering. Let me quickly run this so we can verify whether things are working. Now in this case, you can see that as soon as I defined or decorated the class with an decorator, the thing starts working. Now we are able to compare greater than equal to, although we have not defined that particular functionality in our class. And how it is working now. So total ordering decorator is from the func tools module, and it has the capability to generate missing comparison methods for a given class based on the few methods which we have already defined. So in these two methods, you can see that we are comparing salary. So what this particular decorator is doing is it is generating all the comparison methods based on the salary for this particular class. So whenever you want to compare objects, you just define 2 or 3 and leave rest things undefined, so that total ordering can take care of it in just few lines of code. So I hope you enjoy this comparison things, and thanks for watching.